There was a culture in the days of the Bible, and the husband usually receive some sort of special blessing. But the question here is in the context of Ephraim and Manasseh, and the question is, do I think Jacob knew which one was Ephraim and which was Manasseh? No, there's been an history where the younger is always put first. We see that played out between Jacob and Esau. And now Jacob is about to bless the next generation. From that is the Ephraim and Manasseh. And he sort of twisted his hand, blessing the younger to be greater. And then, but Joseph said that this is the younger, this is the elder. Place your right hand on the older one. He said, no, say, don't worry. I know, and I know. I believe he was led by the Spirit, and I believe he knew in spirit. And he also, another layer of it is that he knew by the custom, by the tradition, that it could be that the one on the right is the eldest and the one on the left is. So both in spirit, but however, he prophesied and said both of them will become great. So when we look at history, we will look at generational patterns. You know, they are real. If they have not broken, what happens? It continues to be transgenerational. So we have to be intentional to go back into the past, speak into the past, so that it doesn't drag into the future. Another question here for me is, what significance does Jesus place on doing the will of God? Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest things that Jesus have always emphasized on. Even when it will cost him his life, he places so much significance in it because it's very important. Without walking in the will of the Lord, you one will be walking astray, and walking astray is drifting towards condemnation, and he doesn't want the death of sinner but death of the righteous one. So I think the significance on doing the will of the Lord is as important as living life itself. So it places serious significance to doing the will of the Lord. And I would say that is it from my angle. What do you think yourself? And what do you think? How much of significance that God puts in doing the will of the Lord, walking in purpose, and doing what you're made for? Let me know what you think. I'll think about it. You don't need to tell me. Just reason it. God bless you.